Welcome back to the Divine Feminine Read and to Yildiz Readings 5D. I'm your host, Yildiz from Yildiz Readings. I'm a psychic medium, clairvoyant, intuitive astrologer, and soul coach. We do have a membership and all our links directly below. And yes, we do post bookings and events online. But if you want to get them part of a package, you can join our subscription. Again, as mentioned, the links are below. Without further ado, let's take a look at the reason you are here for, and that is why you may need to hear this update. The first thing I was noticing from your cards, and we're going to get a close-up view of them so that you can actually have a deeper context. I sat here and I was like, okay, this is interesting. You know, a lot of times I do see the signature of romance, but there appears to be a very significant message here for the Divine Feminine. And I think your romantic side of things, it might be coming through by viewing the Divine Masculine read. So jump through and have a look at that. But very separately, I do feel psychically you are tuning into something and you need to pay attention. It may be a sixth sense that you have that something is changing. And I want you to work very closely with your guides. It's weird. It's like your guides are coming in and they're saying, okay, listen. And for some, yes, it can be that they're screaming at you. You may not be paying attention. You might not know why these things are coming in. Even the most subtle thing I want you to pay attention to. It might be a statement piece. I shouldn't be at this location. I need to move. It could be I need to do X, Y, and Z. I want you to pay attention to it very closely. Universe is attempting to prepare you for something quite large. You may feel as though you are not seeing the hay for the clouds, but they're saying, please right now, be in the here and now. Try to not get too caught up in your head and your ego, but listen to the messages that they're giving you. You could be also picking up on something happening on your twin side, and this could be directly a confirmation of your messages. Now, in the most recent past where we look to, the yin and yang energy, there has been a lot of sacrifices that you've directly gone through and a lot of chops and changes with both parties here in the mix that they have transitioned through. You might even second guess your heart space, but they're asking you to go into the vortex and quiet. Because again, if you can go into the calm within the storm, you're going to actually be able to tap into your instincts. It is going to be extremely psychic. Now, there was another message I was being given by Source, and that was that they don't want you to worry about your capacity to give to yourself. They don't want you to worry about the resources you have. They're attempting to create a landing and a clearing for you to correct a foundation so that what is coming, you will be directly prepared for. This harmonization you've been working through this year has been testing. It has been testing for a reason, and some of the things to you could start to make more sense as you transition between here and January. You will understand the reasons why some of these changes and these cast-offs, these addressings of things that were very tedious to a degree, needed to be addressed. They are positioning you in the right place at the right time, and they want you to understand that. Now, when we look to the bottom row, they're so serious with this. You potentially were coming from a lack mentality, okay? You potentially were personalizing some of these things that were happening, but you might have got the signature that other people around you were going through it, maybe harder than what you were. Who knows? But whatever was lacking is coming back to you tenfold. Whatever was taken, it's coming back to you to balance the calm out. But again, I do feel whatever you're directly dealing with, that feels very, very 3D, feels tedious, feels trivial, maybe for some of you, could for some of you even feel super serious. This foundation energy. I heard the term Jekyll and Hyde. Now, You know, it's a little bit like the angel, the devil, the dark, the light. I feel your masculine has skills also. And this person is dealing with something. They're out in the open. They're out. How do I explain it? It's like they're showing up here very clear as day. I'm not picking this individual as a devil energy. I'm picking this individual as being able to deal with a devil energy. What would I say? In a resourceful way, playing their cards correctly as to you need to do. Now, these messages are coming through extremely cryptically, and I have noticed this, I would say, from the end of October. Even when I have been channeling the karmic energy, the way in, and you can go back and you can listen to the videos, there's been a turn of tune, there's been a change of tune, and you'll find it's very cryptic. It's a little bit like, and you know, I pay attention to these things, especially as my guides work with me. It's very cryptic in a sense of being cautious so that the eyes, and I'm hearing the term, the ears of the beholder can understand the message I'm sending. As to protect you so that you have the message you need, but it doesn't expose you. Does that make sense? You're setting yourself up where you need to be. Things are being addressed. And we are going to go into clarifying this to go a bit deeper, but they definitely want me to tell you you are spiritually protected. This connection is protected. What was offered to you will be offered again. You will wear the crown. And through your love and approach to compassion, growth, and understanding, you will not be, it might seem cloudy, like you've lost an aspect of yourself, but you're actually finding yourself. What you're losing is who you are not. What you're gaining is who you are. Sometimes your light has been hidden to protect you, even though at times you felt that your light was hidden and people did not see who you were. Your light was hidden to protect you. We're going to go into clarifying. So, you know, where you found you were maybe not having success, it was delayed success. And I feel a lot of your light is going to be coming through between now and 2026. But I definitely do see a transition. Okay, so following your intuition, what do they want you to know about that? Okay, trust your instincts when it comes to the people you can and can't trust. And also know that some of these things are actually protecting you, and to know who your enemies are and how to deal with the situation, but actually see the other side of it. I feel the reason they're referencing the other side of it is because some of it you've already dealt with, even if you didn't know. And although that can be frustrating, they're saying, look, it's actually closer than you think. You won't have to wait. Something is coming to a head, so it's preparing you. And they want you to be listening so that you can navigate this situation effectively. Like I said, moving away from the past, the yin to the yang, you're actually going to gain more clarity. Something inside this video might give you a message of a confirmation that is going to actually shine some light on the reasons why maybe you've been, this could be hella random. It could be anything down to having to deal with an aspect of paperwork. And you're like, why am I doing this now? Oh, I've been meaning to do this. It could be something very trivial. It could be something more physical. They're saying get out of your head and follow your instincts. Doors will open as you do that. Opportunities will open. Keep your emotions intact. Try to not lose it. Some of this might have made you feel that you weren't yourself during this transition. There could have been some conflict around tribe and family. Some of that has been coming up and it's felt quite testing. They're saying if there is this, wow, this is really weird language they're using. If there is a divorce away from people, places, and things, but it's more layman's terms. I don't feel necessarily it's physical. It's like it's a metaphor. If you're needing to move away from circumstances or you have felt rejected from certain circumstances, trust the process. Again, Gaia is saying they're positioning you. They're also saying to be careful who you tell things to. Really to choose the people you trust. And I think, it's almost like this weird thing where you're going, hey, hang on a minute. Have you ever had this moment where you could meet somebody, it might be in passing, and something in your instincts like, okay, this feels a bit off. This person feels a bit off. And it's like there's absolutely nothing wrong with them. But it could be a correlating energy of something, 3 degrees of separation. That's what I'm hearing. For some of you, you're returning to a skill that you used before. And this also is going to bring about a resource for you. You could be tweaking and fine tuning something. You could be moving into addressing the elephant in the room. And the elephant in the room, it's almost like whatever you're afraid of, just confront it. How do you confront it? You turn around and you go, okay, this is hard, but I'm just going to chip away at this till I understand what it's trying to show me. Sometimes it's desensitizing it, but it seems to be that what they're showing me is tackling a circumstance that has been on the back burner for a bit, that was overdue for addressing, and your instincts are kicking online. And it's weird. We are moving into the silly season, but they're getting you to do hard work. Whatever this hard work is, it's going to be done in a very short space of time. And it's actually going to free your time up so you can get grounded moving into 2026. And they're saying, do not worry, but also be super aware of what your energy is and what their energy is, because I feel some of your counterparts' energy is going to come in. So whatever you're clearing, you're getting prepared. And they're saying, do not question the energy of who you are in their life. They acknowledge who you are and they are on their way. And regardless of what you are physically getting in the 3D, sit in it. Don't freak out. Honor your feelings. Don't discard your feelings. Your feelings are your feelings. But move back into your power, because you are truly attracting in this in a very healthy way. Know who you are. Look, whenever we get into the silly season, it's perfectly normal. We hold these vibrations of, will we hear from this person? Will they turn up? Are they going to turn up for the silly season? Where are we in the mix of our life? All of this energy is very relevant, but there's also these new chapters coming through where directly you're having this new beginning and your guides are really wanting you to listen, because they are trying to confirm to you that things are okay. And it's a bigger picture here we're moving for. It's definitely the bigger picture. Your psychic downloads also could give you signatures about what is going on with your counterpart. So be prepared for that. You can use crystals to protect you. Otherwise, you can book a session and I can guide you that way. Yes, we do have bookings online. The event calendar hopefully will be ready for 2026. We host vlogs connected to astrology, predictions, and more, as well as the landing page for our Sage Inner Circle network. If you need the links, you can find them below. The other reason why I really wanted to get Sage Inner Circle network prepped for 2026 is so that we can give you the support moving into 2026. We did have an introduction to these transits pretty much at the beginning of this year, and this has been one of the most fatiguing years, but it was because we had so many planets transition, kind of move forward, move back. We also having the North Node in Pisces. It was a very psychological kind of frequency we moved through, losing our faith, facing our shadow, looking at almost, how could I say it, analysis paralysis, dealing with wellness. It has been a lot for the ascension process. This also is going to aid in that twin flame transition. And the network is actually there to support the collective of those of you who connect into astrology, personal development, your ascension process, those who want that community sense. There's going to be breakout rooms which hosts astrology, a twin flame room, e-learning. So all of those things are available. You can get the link directly below, and we hope to see you there. Otherwise, I do hope you have a great week. I hope these messages landed. Give me a heads up how this links to you. Otherwise, look at the masculine, feminine, and karmic weekly.